1967, Beverly Hills, California, Hollywood mansion party, Saturday night, producer's estate, Mediterranean style, pool lit blue, bar stocked, waiters circulating, jazz playing, crowd impressive, directors, actors, producers, industry elite, where deals made, connections formed, careers launched. James Coburn was there, 39 years old, 6'2", 185 pounds, Hollywood leading man, action star, The Magnificent Seven, The Great Escape. Our man Flint, major films, major star, studied martial arts since 1965, 2 years training, serious training, private instructors, regular sessions, considered himself knowledgeable, legitimate practitioner, real student, or so he thought. Bruce Lee was there too, kung fu instructor, Green Hornet actor, teaching private lessons, Hollywood curious, 26 years old, 5'7", 140 pounds, creating Jeet Kune Do, breaking rules, making waves, 2 martial artists, same party, different levels. James established, 2 years training, Bruce revolutionary, lifetime training. They met by pool. What happened in next 9 seconds changed James Coburn's entire understanding. James Coburn, born Nebraska 1928, 6'2", lanky, distinctive voice, moved Hollywood 1950s, character actor, supporting roles, built reputation, 1960, The Magnificent Seven, knife expert Brit, breakthrough, 1963, The Great Escape, major success, 1966, Our Man Flint, lead role. Action hero, major success, now leading man, $2 million per film. 1965, started martial arts, Asian philosophy interested him, hired private instructor, karate, traditional Japanese Shotokan, trained 3 times weekly. Physical conditioning, kata practice, basic kumite, 2 years, 1965 to 1967, serious commitment, expensive, private, Hollywood training, told everyone, interviews. I study martial arts, Eastern philosophy, real training, Hollywood impressed, martial arts exotic, Coburn committed, considered himself legitimate, real martial artist, Beverly Hills party, Saturday night, James relaxed, his world, his people. Custom Italian suit, looking good, feeling good, James Coburn, Hollywood star, action hero, martial artist, friend introduced Bruce Lee. James, meet Bruce, kung fu instructor, Green Hornet, both martial arts. James smiled. Bruce Lee, heard about you, Green Hornet, Kato, you do stunts yourself? Bruce, yes, all action, real technique, not movie fighting. Interesting. I study martial arts too, 2 years, karate, private instruction, serious training. I appreciate Eastern discipline. Bruce, neutral. That's good. Understanding takes time, much time. James detected something. 2 years is substantial. I'm not casual, real practitioner. I understand forms, kata, philosophy. Understanding forms and fighting are different. Forms foundation, fighting application, different levels. James felt it, dismissive, this small instructor, questioning James Coburn, 2 years training, challenging. James's smile changed, harder, cooler. You're saying I don't understand fighting? Study martial arts, train regularly, understand principles, techniques, philosophy. That's not understanding? That's understanding study, not understanding fighting. Different things. You learn forms. That's good. Foundation. But fighting requires different understanding. Applied. Real, not theoretical. I spar. I practice kumite. That's applied. Real. Controlled sparring with instructor who respects you, respects your status, money. Not same as real confrontation, real challenge, real pressure. James stiffened, insulted. This instructor, small instructor, questioning his training, understanding, legitimacy, in front of people, Hollywood party, his world. You're saying my training isn't real? My understanding isn't legitimate? I'm saying 2 years versus lifetime. Different levels. You study martial arts. I am martial arts. Different, not criticism. Reality, understanding versus embodiment. James laughed, sharp. You think because you're Chinese, born in martial arts, as culture, that makes you superior? I train with legitimate instructors, learn legitimate techniques. That's real, valid. Not about Chinese, about time, depth, understanding. You studied 2 years, I studied 20 years. You learn techniques, I understand principles, different levels, not insult. Truth. Truth? I'm 6'2", you're 5'7". I'm 185, you're 140. I have reach, size, speed. That's truth. Reality. Size matters, reach matters. Your understanding won't change physics. Bruce smiled slight. You're right. Size matters, reach matters. Against opponents who don't understand. Equal skill, same level, but against understanding. Real understanding. Size is disadvantage. Reach is predictable. Speed is useless. Because I see everything. Before you do it. Before you know. That's understanding. James felt challenge. Ego threatened. Status questioned. In Hollywood, his Hollywood, by small kung fu instructor. Needed resolution. Proof. Demonstration. Big words. Theory. But theory versus reality. Different. Your philosophy versus my training. Size, reach, speed. Let's see. Let's test. Let's prove. You want spar? Here? Now? Demonstrate. Your understanding versus my training. 9 seconds. That's all. You show me understanding. Superiority. Truth. I'll show you size matters. Speed matters. Training matters. Hollywood star matters. Crowd gathering. Drama. James Coburn versus Bruce Lee. Hollywood star versus instructor. Size versus skill. Interesting. Party story. Hollywood moment. Bruce considered. 9 seconds? Really? Risk humiliation? Risk reputation? I'm not risking. You're risking. Small instructor, questioning Hollywood star, legitimate martial artist, 2 years training, 9 seconds. Let's see understanding. Let's prove who's right. Okay, 9 seconds, but pool area, more space, safe. I'll show you understanding. Difference, truth, your challenge, your humiliation. Part 3. Ma'am, for what I say. The demonstration, 9 seconds. Pool area cleared, 30 people watching, word, spreading. James Coburn versus Bruce Lee. Drama, history. James removed jacket, rolled sleeves. 6'2", impressive. Long arms, reach obvious. Took karate stance, traditional. 2 years training evident. Form correct, confidence high. Bruce casual, hands at sides, relaxed. 5'7". 140 pounds, small. David versus Goliath, except David had understanding. How does this work? You attack, I attack? Bruce. You attack, use size, reach, speed, 2 years training, everything. Attack me, try to hit me, 9 seconds. Show me training matters, size matters, Hollywood star matters. James smiled confident. Perfect. Attack small instructor, use reach, speed, training, demonstrate superiority. Everyone watching. Everyone learning. James Coburn, legitimate martial artist. James launched fast. Front kick. May Gary. Direct. Powerful. Reach. Long leg extending. Proper form. Bruce wasn't there. Angle. 45 degrees. James's kick. Empty space. Committed. Bruce beside him. Inside range. Inside reach. James's advantage meaningless. James reset. Roundhouse kick. Mawashi Gary. Circular. Height advantage. Head level. Fast, Hollywood speed, trained speed. Bruce ducked 6 inches, kick passed overhead, empty. Bruce rose, close, inside. Wrong distance for James, right for Bruce. James combinations, kick, punch, kick, forward pressure, size, reach. Everything 2 years taught. Traditional combinations. Bruce flowed. Water around rocks, every attack. Bruce not there. Left, right, inside, outside, never where James expected. Always safe, positioned, controlled. James breathing harder, confusion, techniques correct, form perfect, speed good, hitting nothing. Bruce's face calm, not stressed, observing, understanding, being. James grabbed, use size, strength, wrestling, grappling. Forget karate, just grab, control. 185 versus 140, 6'2 versus 5'7. Size wins. Bruce moved into grab, too close. James's hands reaching. Bruce's hand touched James's elbow, light, pressure point. James's arm numb. Not pain, numbness, lost control. Hand opened, involuntary, body mechanics. Bruce's other hand, James's shoulder, another point, position, pressure. James's knees buckled slightly, not falling, weakened, unbalanced, controlled. Bruce stepped back, released, 9 seconds. James attacked everything, size, reach, speed, training say. 2 years, hit nothing, controlled nothing. Bruce demonstrated everything, without attacking, without forcing, just understanding. Pure, complete, devastating, crowd silent, 30 people, Hollywood star, 2 years training, attack small instructor, 9 seconds, hit nothing, hiccup. Small instructor controlled everything, without effort, without attack, just skill, understanding, truth. James stood, breathing hard, arm tingling, shoulder weak, 9 seconds, everything learned, practiced, believed, useless, against understanding, against Bruce Lee. What was that? What did you do? Bruce calm, not gloating, teaching, pressure points, nerve clusters, body mechanics, understanding. Not strength, force, size. Understanding how body works, vulnerable, sensitive, controllable, that's understanding. Martial arts, difference between study and embodiment. I trained 2 years, serious, good instructors, legitimate techniques. How didn't that work? It worked perfectly, exactly trained, traditional karate, perfect form, execution, but predictable. Every technique telegraphed, every movement showed intention. Front kick, shoulder dropped first, weight shifted forward, told me kick coming, 2 movements before launch. Roundhouse, hip loaded, turned, shifted, 3 movements before kick, everything traditional, formal, predictable. I studied karate, understand karate, read karate, that's understanding. James shook head. So karate doesn't work? Training doesn't work? 2 years wasted? No. Karate works, training works, 2 years valuable. You learned foundation, discipline, forms, technique, important, necessary, but incomplete. You learned to do, not to understand. Learned forms, not principles, tradition, not adaptation. That's difference. What should I do? Different style, instructor, more training? Continue training. But add understanding. Don't just learn forms, understand why. Don't just practice techniques, understand principles. Don't just follow tradition, adapt, evolve, grow. That's complete, real, martial arts. James quiet, ego hurt, pride damaged, but mind open. This small instructor dominated Hollywood star, 9 seconds, without attacking, without trying, just understanding. That's real, truth, what James claimed to study, but didn't understand, until now, 9 seconds, Bruce Lee. Would you teach me? Real teaching, understanding, not just forms? Bruce smiled. Yes, that's why I demonstrated, not to humiliate, prove superior, to show possible, show incomplete, show direction. You're talented, physical, committed, add understanding. You'll be complete. That's what I teach. James trained with Bruce, 1967-1973. 6 years, whenever Bruce in Los Angeles, whenever James had time between films, private sessions, regular sessions, deep sessions, not class format, not student format, one-on-one, teacher and student, master and apprentice, friend and friend. First months, unlearning, hardest part, breaking habits, 2 years habits, deep habits, muscle memory habits. Bruce showed James every tell, every telegraph, every predictable movement. Watch your shoulder, drops before every punch. See? There. That tells me punch coming. Half-second warning. Half-second is eternity in fighting. Fix it. Your hip loads before every kick, rotates, shifts weight. 3 movements before kick launches. I see all 3. Know exactly what's coming. Exactly when. Exactly where. Fix it. Your eyes, look where you're going to strike. Half-second before. Telegraphing target, telling opponent where to defend. Fix it. Everything James learned, everything his instructor praised, everything that made him good student. All wrong, all predictable, all useless against someone who understood. Had to unlearn, completely unlearn. Start over, begin again, beginner's mind, empty cup. Bruce's philosophy, difficult, frustrating, ego-crushing. 2 years wasted? No. Foundation built. But foundation isn't building. Foundation is beginning. Now build, now grow, now real training. Bruce explained, traditional karate teaches perfect form, consistency, every student same, every school same, every style same, good for preservation, good for teaching, good for standardization, bad for fighting, real fighting, unpredictable opponents, adaptive opponents, understanding opponents. Perfect form shows intention, telegraphs attack, allows perfect defense, must break, must adapt, must evolve. That's Jeet Kune Do. That's truth. James practiced new way, direct attacks, no chamber, no preparation, no wind-up, no telegraph, just execution, straight line, shortest distance, immediate, felt wrong initially, looked ugly, wasn't karate, wasn't formal, wasn't beautiful, but worked, really worked, speed doubled, predictability eliminated, effectiveness tripled. Second phase, understanding principles, Bruce's real teaching, not techniques, principles, universal principles, work on anyone, everyone, regardless size, style, strength, body mechanics first, how body actually works, structure, skeletal alignment, muscle chains, force generation, power transfer, center of gravity, balance points, weak points, strong points, universal truths, physics applied, biology applied, understanding applied. Bruce demonstrated on James. Stand here, perfect balance, now I push here, light touch, specific point, James toppled. Why? Not strength, leverage, angle, understanding structure, your weight was here, center gravity here, force applied here, physics, can't resist physics, only understand physics, use physics. Pressure points next, nerve clusters, where located, how activated, what effect, not mystical, not magical. Scientific, anatomical, neural, specific points, specific pressures, specific results, temporary paralysis, temporary numbness, temporary weakness, not permanent, not dangerous, just control, pure control. Bruce taught James gradually, carefully. This knowledge dangerous, must use responsibly, must use wisely, must use correctly. Pressure points are control, not weapons. Control opponents without injury, without permanent damage. That's mastery, that's responsibility. James fascinated. 20 years acting, physical acting, action roles, fight scenes, movie fighting, choreographed, rehearsed, fake. But never understood real body mechanics, real principles, real fighting, now learning, really learning, deep learning, truth learning, sparring changed, Bruce and James, light contact, controlled, but real, really real. Bruce showed James his openings, his weaknesses, his patterns, even after training, even after improvement, still had patterns, still had habits. Bruce saw all, read all, controlled all. But James improving, dramatically improving, month by month, year by year, techniques sharper, understanding deeper, application better. Bruce praised genuinely, good, really good. You're understanding now, not just doing, understanding. That's difference, that's growth, that's mastery developing. Hollywood noticed changes. James's next films, movie fights different, more realistic, more direct, more economical, more effective. Directors noticed first. James, your fighting looks different, real. What changed? James, Bruce Lee, real training, real understanding, not movie martial arts, real principles, real application. Stunt coordinators noticed, asked questions, wanted to learn. James shared some. Basic principles, body mechanics, efficiency, economy. Bruce's influence spreading, through James, through Hollywood, through film industry, slowly, gradually, really. 1973, Bruce died. James devastated. 6 years, friend, teacher, master, gone. Hong Kong funeral. 9 seconds, 1967, showed me everything, made me student. Thank you, Bruce, forever. After Bruce died, James continued. Training, growing, teaching, spreading Bruce's message, understanding over tradition, principles over forms. 1970s, 1980s, major roles, action films, westerns, thrillers, every fight scene Bruce's influence, direct, economical, real. Audiences noticed, critics noticed. Coburn's fighting authentic, different. Interviewed often, what makes your action different? Bruce Lee, 1967, taught me real fighting, real principles, changed everything. 9 seconds changed career, changed life. Other actors wanted training. James taught some, shared principles, understanding. Bruce showed me, I show you, understanding spreads, truth spreads. Steve McQueen, close friend, trained with James, learned principles, applied to films, changed action cinema, more realistic. Bruce's influence through James through Hollywood. 1980s, martial arts films growing. Karate Kid, Bloodsport, mainstream. James interviewed always mentioned Bruce, always credited understanding. Bruce revolutionized martial arts, not techniques, understanding, that's legacy. 2002, James died age 74. Memorial, many mention 9 seconds. 1967, pool party, Hollywood star versus instructor, ego versus understanding, turning point, transformation, his son. Dad was star, ego, met Bruce, 9 seconds, everything changed, showed him incomplete, never forgot, trained 6 years, taught others, 30 years after Bruce died. Dad continued, that's Dad, that's Bruce, that's understanding. Film historians documented James Coburn action evolution, pre-1967, traditional movie fighting, post-1967, realistic effective, Bruce's influence clear, documented, changed Hollywood action, changed cinema martial arts, 1967, Beverly Hills, Hollywood party, 2 martial artists met, James. I study martial arts too, 2 years, legitimate. Bruce. Study and understanding? Different. Let me show you. 9 seconds. Hollywood star humbled, 6 years, James trained, really trained, 30 years, legacy continued. Forms are foundation, understanding is mastery, humility is beginning. Subscribe for legendary encounters. Comment, have you been humbled? Greatest growth comes from humiliation. Be like water, my friend.